Greetings, my name is Adam Rose, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my new book, which is entitled Dissolving the Dream. There is a printout of the front cover right there. There is a sticker up there which shows the colors of the cover, the actual cover, which is purple, orange, and cyan. I put an enormous amount of work into every aspect of the book, including the cover. So real quick about me, I am a visionary musician and author, and I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So before doing anything else, let me read you the blurb, or what would appear on the back cover of the book. Dissolving the Dream is the most revolutionary and revelatory book ever written. So I've already set the bar really, really high there, so hopefully I'm going to live up to it. It is the apex of spirituality and philosophy and presents real solutions to the most pressing problems of the human condition. So a lot of books out there, they talk a lot about what the problems are. There have been many that have elucidated the problems very well, but as far as solutions, they have all been lacking as far as I know. It is the apex of spirituality and philosophy. So I put all of my accumulated wisdom in there, and I take everything I've learned from other people as well, which appears in the book as well. With lightness and humor, it proceeds to uproot the most pernicious delusions and cliches and fill these voids with a simple yet mind-blowing truth. With lightness and humor. So I do keep a light tone, although we are addressing the most critical subject matter possible. It's very conversational. It's sort of like we're at a bar having a beer together. So in addition to talking about the most important principles, or writing about the most important principles, I'm also dismantling the delusions and cliches which are most harmful to our progress. Things that we accept as common knowledge, which rightly deserve to be questioned. I fill these voids with a simple yet mind-blowing truth. This truth is very simple, yet we have resistance to believing it. And it is mind-blowing too. You've heard the saying that truth is stranger than fiction, I'm sure. Reading Dissolving the Dream is not a mere form of entertainment, although it is very entertaining, as it dismantles ignorance and excuses and places the reader in a position of responsibility. So as soon as your ignorance is gone, you put yourself in a position of responsibility, and you will get that from reading this book. So I don't know if you're ready to read it or not. It is, in short, the highest calling. Are you ready to answer it? So Dissolving the Dream was written because it needed to be written. There is no other book out there that serves this purpose. Right now, the world is incredibly screwed up. There are problems galore, and we all know that just by walking outside or turning on the news. It's quite apparent, and you don't need me to talk too much about that. But we do need to look at our thinking, and we need to look at the ideas that we have and challenge all of them, because once we start to think correctly, the problems of the world should be able to resolve themselves much more easily than we might be willing to entertain. It was written to give you the right context for being about who you are, who God is, what the world is, what the hell we're doing here, and how we can bridge the gap, how we can enter the golden age and finally re-enter heaven again, where we truly belong. That's our true existence. All right? Now, Dissolving the Dream was written for anyone with a deeply inquisitive mind who has deep questions about reality. And it's written for anyone that deeply cares about all life. So hopefully that includes you, whatever your demographic factors may be. Now, my intention of the book is to entertain you, to have you learn, to get you to start to question reality and start to ask a lot of questions and start to really kickstart your own questioning process if it has not already been kickstarted. And also to be inspired about a vision about how great life can be. And now I'll tell you a little bit about the structure of the book. It was written in 3 parts. There's a total of 33 chapters. The first part is by far the longest. It's 18 chapters, and that part was written in stream of consciousness style, which allowed me to go anywhere I wanted to, and allowed my personality to manifest quite naturally too. So I'm goofy, I'm silly, and irreverent, yet I address the most important subject matter that possibly could be addressed. So I interweave the teachings and the most important principles into the text. Now, part 2 is a total of 10 chapters, And each chapter in part 2 addresses a specific area which I believed was important. For example, the first chapter is called Basic Agreements in part 2, and it enumerates 15 agreements which we have to have if we are going to intelligently face the problems in the world and really transform the world such that we enter that golden age that we truly desire. And part 3 is roughly the solutions. The first chapter in part 3 is what I call the plan, and the plan is really the bread and butter of the book. It's the most important thing, yet to skip over all the material which precedes it would not be a good idea, because then you would not have the context necessary to really get why it is important. So that's roughly the structure of the book, Dissolving the Dream. Lastly, I'll just tell you where you can get the book if you're interested. You can either go to dissolvingthedream.com or you can go to amazon.com. Right now, the book is only available in digital copy. That will change pretty soon. It should be ready for print very, very soon here. I strongly encourage you to read this book. I promise you there's nothing like it in terms of both style and content. It offers real solutions if you've really had a burning desire for the truth and you are wondering how we're possibly going to resolve the problems in this world. I promise you there's no book which goes deeper into this than Dissolving the Dream. So just get it. Get the book right away, and then write me a positive review, please, if you enjoy it, which I'm pretty damn confident you will. Thank you.